Okay, so today I'm going to go through the grouping feature in Notebook and show you a few examples of where it's going to save you a lot of time and make your work a lot more efficient. One of the first examples here is to use the group feature to keep the same proportions of different objects the way they already are. So you can see here I've got base 10 block manipulatives. We know that I have 10 rods to make my one flat and 100 of these little cubes to make one of my big flats. Now, coming out of the gallery, I always found that these are too big, so in an effort to make them a little bit smaller and more usable on my screen, but also to maintain their sizes in proportion to each other, I want to group them. So if I highlight them all together and click on here, go down to grouping and select group, now they are one item. So I can resize them, make them a little bit smaller, and then ungroup them so they become separate again, and then I can pull them out. In this way, they're still the same size and proportion to one another, but you can use them a little bit more. You have a little bit more screen room. Another example is if, for instance, I'm making an attendance page, and I've created 12 of these little guys here that I'm going to put student name on so they can click on them in the morning to sign in. And I notice that when I'm done, I don't quite have the right size. Instead of going back through and highlighting each one and resizing them, I'm going to select all of them. Again, choose group. And then I can resize the whole thing to fit my screen at once. If I go back to ungroup, now they're all separate items again. I can move around. Third example here is similar to the last one, that I've made up 4 boxes and I want the students to be able to write in each one of those boxes to describe different parts of plants. But since I've made the boxes, I've noticed that they need to be a little bit bigger. So again, I'm going to highlight them all, group them together, and then I'm going to drag them out. In this instance, I may not even need to ungroup them because they can be used as one item altogether.